Welcome back to Property Source Radio with your hosts, Brenna and Pat, on Sports Radio 950 ESPN.
Welcome back, Property Source Radio, 222-6397, propertysourceradio.com. You can email the show right from there. Email Brenna or Patrick. And we're here with Kristen, and we're trying, very difficult. It's very hard to get in with this thing because of some people, but
she'll get in again later. I know how to do it.
Let me ask you about home staging, and that's what you're here to talk about, is home staging. Okay, now listen, I got a question for you. Is it a faux pas to put a couch or something in front of a window?
No.
Oh, come on. Tell me it is.
It's not.
I yell at my wife every single time.
I'm starting to pity your wife. I've heard her called the wife several times.
I also call her my bride, okay? So how's that? Is that better?
I'd stick to that if I were you. Otherwise, you're going to be living in your leather car with Brenna's initials on the doors.
It'll say, go green, right?
Yeah, that's right. And
so it's not a faux pas for the stuff in front of a... I think...
You know what? What you have to look at when you're staging a house, and obviously I'm going to say hire somebody professionally to do it. As far as, generally speaking, as far as furniture arrangement, there's like basic designs. You've got like an H shape, they'd say, a V, a U, and if Michelle was here, she'd remind me of Michelle. She's my partner.
Got a W shape or something?
Business partner. Yeah, they're not W shape. What you want to do is you want to focus on a focal point in a room, and you want to have a good walking space. The whole thing is, decorating is different from staging. Decorating's more personalized, and staging is just making use of the space you have, making it
trying to make
bigger.
Make it look bigger.
And you
I mean, that's the goal.
Pictures.
Even if you're living in the house and you're not. I mean, don't you want the house to feel bigger?
You just.
I mean, to get rid of the
function.
knickknacks. I mean, I'm not a big.
What about
fan
all
of
the
knickknacks.
pictures of my kids and my dogs?
Are you selling
what about
your
my
house,
dogs?
Brenna?
My dog crates.
Are you selling
the
your
dog
house?
poo?
Are you selling your house, Brenna?
No.
It
then
depends.
Don't worry about it.
It depends. I might sell it for the right amount of money.
You know what's
I'll come
funny?
stage your house. I'll list your house, Brenna.
All right.
Wait a second. I noticed, like, when you get out into the country, pictures of kids are they have tons of pictures of kids on the walls. Have you seen that?
Well, let me tell you something. I'm a West Sider, so I'm starting to take offense right there.
I'm a West Sider too.
Walls.
I mean, I've noticed it too.
Well, that's not you're talking about two completely separate different things. Decorating's one thing and staging's another. Decorating, it can be as personalized as you want. You live in the house, even if it doesn't make sense. Like when you're selling a house, a dining room, if it's set up that way, should not be set up as a den. You want to set up a house traditionally, as it was designed to do. But if for you living in your house, you want to have it a den and you want to paint it, a nice purple and open the window for your dollars to go out, you go right ahead.
You go, Kristen.
But it's not staged. Staging, people have to. The first thing they have to do that's hard is think of your house as it's a commodity.
Yeah.
You're trying to make money. And as hard as it is, and I don't say it that straight off to people, and I'd be even more straight than that.
I became that guy, didn't I?
You did.
Yep.
You have to start looking at it as a commodity. And I tell everybody that I do their house, the first thing is absolutely every single photograph of a person should be get off the, and especially with kids, it's not safe. Yeah, it's cute to have your kid's name in their room. Next thing you know, you got your house listed.
It's on the internet.
And
I've seen it 100
kids'
times.
names. That's just not smart. I tell people that all the time. Yeah. Get down your personal items, number one.
So
that's a safety as well as
it is.
from an
aesthetic. Now you can just go right onto Google and you print in. You can print in a phone number, name, and all of a sudden there's a cute little map to your house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you go online and there's the address
sense.
and there's little Bailey's pink stuff in the picture.
What not to do when you're listing your home for sale with Kristen Noble? Don't put pictures of your kids and their names on the internet. I love that.
Absolutely. You've got to think that way.
I love that.
Well, somebody told me that too, because every house, you have every picture.
That's a common
got now
sense.
15 pictures of every house is on the internet.
You know what you've got to do? You can do up to 16 photos.
16 photos.
The best thing you can do, if you're talking about staging in general, even if somebody doesn't hire a professional, which obviously I'm going to promote, there's some common sense things. And if you read my articles in the Property Source online,
thank you.
That there's some basic steps to staging your home that everybody should know. I'm going to give you an example, and it'll answer the same question. I was helping a woman find a house with her son, and she had to downsize, divorce, not pretty. First thing that happened is we walk in and the little boy says, "Oh, good, they've got a cat." What would you think about that, Jeff?
I would say next.
Exactly. First thing that's going to happen, it happened to me this weekend. You open a door, and I don't care who smokes or not, that's your personal business, but you're selling your commodity. You got to get rid of that smoke
Clean smell.
Walk in. Yeah.
What do they say? They say
that's a common
candles
sense thing.
Or
I don't like candles either.
No.
Because sometimes I go into a house and the smell of it,
too strong.
that candle, I don't like it. You know what? I'll tell you. What
did Ted Wood say? Something about on the light bulb?
A urinal
you can
cake.
do that.
Urinal cakes on the light bulb?
Hey, there you
That's
go. I'm not going there. I'll tell you what I do.
Unbelievable.
What I do, there's two things for the smell. Everybody likes the smell, wants a room to be clean. First of all, seriously, clean your house like you never have before. People, when you go to buy a house, people look in the cupboards. They look everywhere.
Yeah.
Clean. I mean, it has to be squeaky clean. That's the best thing
even
you can do.
Even the cabinets too.
Yeah. You know what's going to do?
I look at my cabinets and we've got, I say she.
Are you selling your house, Jeff?
The beautiful Bonnie.
Should I put a sign in his yard?
I
That'd
would.
be fun.
You might as well. It's over now.
Maybe I will. No,
he
but
did,
you know,
he did everything
you've
but call her
gotta think of
Bridezilla.
What?
He did everything but call her Bridezilla this
He's
time.
gonna be locked out.
No, stop it.
He's locked out. I'm telling you right now.
Thank
No,
God
but, I
I
mean,
told
you've
her
gotta use
this
common
radio
sense.
station doesn't exist. She doesn't listen.
Never listens.
But that's the first thing, and you have to make it absolutely as clean as possible. Get your garbage can out of there. You know, I tell people
I see that in the
time.
pictures. The
That's
garbage
disgusting.
can right in the front of the house.
If you don't have good pictures of your house, you're not going to get the price you want. What I have found is that around Rochester, we're talking about like in Florida, California, that's where a lot of these staging programs are from. You're looking at people that, and maybe you do this, but I don't. Okay, let's just go buy a $2,000 painting here, and they've got it in their purse and they pay it. We don't have the same thing here.
No.
And so what happens is you have got to make sure, clean your house. That's a basic thing you can do.
So let's say you buy the $2,000 painting, you put it in the living room. You want that to be the focal point, and you work
you have
around
one
that.
focal. There's different tricks with the focal point. Every room, if you're staging a house, first of all, get rid of all the knickknacks. It's a perfect time of year to go outside and get flowers and anything that blooms. I tell people to, anytime you're putting a bush in, see if it blooms, because that's a natural thing. You can do it, and it reminds people of what's in your yard.
You know,
So
I
the
was gonna cut in
decorating
here.
is for
Excuse
the,
me, Jeff. This time of year, and you
Yeah.
said 44 houses went on the market just yesterday.
That was midday.
Midday yesterday. What about staging the entryway to your home, like the
I have
curb
an article
appeal?
about that. First of all, anytime you're selling your house, you should look outside, and you need to bring somebody, either one of your friends, that is as direct as possible. There's
I have
certain
one of
people
those.
in your life that you can just let it rip. Okay?
Are you looking at me, Brenna?
I was thinking
No,
Yvonne.
Jeff.
Oh, okay, Yvonne.
I think they're very. I think that Jeff and Brenna must be very good friends then, if they're talking
Yeah.
this
I
way.
don't even know the girl.
Okay, but listen, if you go out,
just
you
found
should
her
go
one.
outside and look at your house from every single angle. I had a house listed that I looked at the previous pictures of, and when you look at the angle of the house, all you saw was a red bush. Not good. Cut the bush down. Look every angle. If your
Wow.
house doesn't look good
Go
on the
out and
outside,
cut
you're
the
in trouble.
bush down?
Darn right. Do you want to make some money, or do you feel like selling the bush for $150,000?
Kristen, I love you.
Yeah, she's
love
nice and
you
direct.
too.
Tell it like it is.
It's hey.
I
he's
think that
being
might
direct.
be extreme as cutting down the bush.
I
I
think you should
disagree
get your
100%, and I'll show you those pictures, and you'll agree with me,
Okay.
guaranteed.
You're coming back in the next week or two. You and I are going
I
to do
would
this
love
show
to.
all by ourselves.
All right.
Get
What?
off my lawn, guys.
Well, thank God the music means we're coming to a close here. We got to get out the door before Brenna
Read
does.
some more tips in the property source. I've got articles, everything online.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
New East Side coming out on Tuesday, and PreppySourceRadio.com if you want to check out who's coming up next weekend. I don't even know. What do you got next weekend anyway?
Well, I'm going to be talking about how Invisible Fence changed my life, so
Nice.
that'll be good. And then we've got some women coming in the studio. Is that right?
Oh, good. Outnumbered
That's right.
Jeff.
All right. Well, that'll be good. We're going to have some females in the studio, we hope. And Kristen promised she'll come back and hang with me.
That a girl.
All right.
Okay, we'll see you guys next week, same time, 9 o'clock Saturday. Blue Line Hockey Show, I think, has got the final show. See you later. Have a good day.